Hi, this is Paul. I want to make a video about the whole migrant crisis that's currently going on, that's actually been going on for practically forever. Uh, the first thing I want to say is I hate politicians. I really do, because they really are in it for themselves. There are very few that are actually in it to actually serve their people that voted them in. But I want to talk about this migrant crisis that's been going on. And the very fact that we're not doing anything about it just shows you how useless Congress is and how pathetic they are. Despite all these people flooding into the country, trying to leave, come here for a better life, okay, people are demonizing them. They're whining about them. They're sitting on their behinds. Donald Trump is calling them poisoning the country, just calling them vermin, using Nazi terms. It's just absolutely pathetic. And the very fact that a couple of weeks ago they had a bill, a very conservative bill, that Senator Langford came up with, negotiated with, but it never got out of the Senate because Donald Trump didn't want it to be passed because he wanted to run on it. Because again, Donald Trump is just running for president because he wants to stay out of prison, okay? Because he got indicted. That's the only reason he's running for president. But the very fact that people are demonizing these people that are coming here basically for a better life, and the very fact that we're not doing anything, that we're sitting on our behinds and not doing anything, okay? Texas is getting overwhelmed and they're shipping the people, putting them on buses and shipping them to cities. I live in New York, and I've seen the migrant crisis and what the mayor here has been trying to do, okay? And people are whining and complaining, why are you giving the migrants this? And I've seen the migrants, a few migrants here that have committed crimes and stuff. Yeah, I think even one that even shot at one person, and I think even there were a couple that robbed the stores and stuff, and those people have gotten arrested. And it's not all the migrants, okay? And the very fact that people are demonizing them, okay, and saying that you don't want the migrant crisis. How about this? Instead of complaining about the migrant crisis, if you want to actually do something, tell your Congress people, your representatives, to get off their behinds and actually pass a law, okay? Tell them to get off their ass and earn their paychecks and do something. You have these people and coming to this country with nothing, risking their lives literally to come here to try to get a better life. And these are the people that for the majority of the people that work hard, they take jobs that nobody else wants to do, and they're willing to do this just to survive. And the very fact that we're demonizing these people, the very fact that Congress is sitting on their behind and not doing anything, and I blame Congress for this, okay, because they're sitting on their behinds and not doing anything. Okay, they have the power to pass laws. Okay, if the president was going to try to do something, the president would get sued. Okay, and it'd be hung up in courts because it's been tried before. Okay, so Congress has to pass a law and actually do immigration reform instead of sitting on their behinds and not doing anything. And it's just really ridiculous. And you see it during the other day when they had the State of the Union address, and I can't even say her name. She was sitting there, the blonde idiot that was sitting there from Georgia, sitting there with a Laken Riley pin, okay, saying, "Oh, say her name, say her name." Oh, please, she doesn't care. Marguerite Taylor doesn't care about those people. She doesn't care about that unfortunate lady that died by the hands of an immigrant. She doesn't care about them. She's just using that unfortunate young lady's image to try to score political points. She's the absolute worst. Okay, she's the living embodiment of why people hate people in Congress and hate politicians. Okay, they're just out for themselves and not doing anything. Okay, if she really wanted to make a difference, she'd tell her speaker, "Listen, we got to pass immigration reform." That's what you would do instead of sitting on your behind and saying the same talking points over and over again. Okay, there's a crisis at the southern border, crisis at the southern border, crisis at the southern border. Again, enough. Okay, get off your ass, Congress, and do something. Pass a law. Okay, pass the law and actually do something. Okay, that's why I cannot stand politicians. They're the absolute worst of the worst. Okay, I cannot stand them. They're not doing anything while this situation gets worse and worse and worse. Okay, and if it was up to me, I would fire everyone out of Congress. Okay, every one of them, and replace them all because they're absolutely worthless for sitting on their asses and not doing anything about this crisis. Okay, how about doing something to stop this? Okay, to slow it down, to actually vet these people that are trying to come in to lead a better life. How about doing that? They're not doing anything. And the very fact that I see on YouTube a couple of black YouTubers that are whining about migrants and getting things, getting things that, and black people didn't get reparations. Stop with this wanting reparations, okay? You don't deserve reparations, okay? The black people that came right out of slavery, they deserve uh, reparations, okay? Because they had to put up with so much crap. They deserve it. We don't deserve these current black people right now don't deserve reparations, okay? That's just a pie in the sky. The reason these migrants are getting stuff because they're coming to our city, okay? And what are you going to do? Just let them go wild, run wild? No, you have to feed them. You have to house them, okay? You have to try to get them jobs. That's what the state has to do, okay? Rather than let them what? What do you want them to do? Let them run wild, okay? When they get off the bus to say, okay, you're free, run away. No, or else they'd be living on the street, okay? You have to do something for them, okay? So don't be just, it's really petty and short-sighted to say, oh, why are you doing stuff for migrants and not for regular black people? You should be doing things for both people, okay? That's why politicians should be doing things for regular American citizens and for the migrants, okay? And starting with doing comprehensive immigration reform, but they won't do it. Congress is still sitting on their behinds and won't do anything for political reasons. And it's a damn shame that we have to put up with this crap. That's, again, why I cannot stand politicians. They are the absolute worst of the worst. This situation gets worse and worse, and they won't do anything about it. Okay, and it's just, and that's what makes me disgusted with politicians and politics in general, because you got a bunch of people that are just beyond pathetic. And in any other work, if this politicians would do this and they had a regular boss, they'd all be fired for letting this crisis get the way it is. Okay, and Republicans are whining about it and using it as a talking point. They're the absolute worst because they don't want to do anything to actually do their jobs. Don't want to do it, and the Democrats want to have too much compassion. You can have compassion, but you have to be smart about it. Okay, and all the dreamers that came here, again, these people have been here for a while. They still haven't got a path to citizenship. And again, it's Congress that is sitting on their behinds and not doing anything, and which makes me absolutely disgusted with them. Okay, and which just it makes me want to check out because they're the absolute worst. And again, if it was up to me, I would fire every last one of them because they're the absolute worst for not getting immigration reform done. Meanwhile, you got these people struggling that are risking life and death to try to come to this country to lead a better life. Sure, I'm sure there's bad people, and there's like there's bad people in the U.S. Okay, and to try to demonize them, I think it's just absolutely wrong. And to try to pit black people against immigrants, I think is absolutely asinine. Okay, which I see on YouTube. A lot of these black YouTubers sometimes just making these videos saying, "Oh, why come the migrants are getting this, getting that? They want to give them housing." Okay, they have to do something for them. Think logically, okay, instead of being selfish. You have to do something for. You can't just let the people. You let the people into the country, and you just let them run free. No, you have to give them shelter. You have to give them food. Okay, and give them jobs. You have to do that, or else they're going to be wandering the street, not doing anything. Okay, so I just disgusted with it all, and I really wish there was a way to get rid of the fire Congress, because they're the absolute worst, sitting on their hands and not doing anything. And Donald Trump is the worst for telling Congress not to pass immigration reform. And Joe Biden waited way too long till the situation got to where it is. He waited way too long to do anything. Okay, and it just disgusts me how Congress is sitting on their ass and not doing anything. Okay, and if it was up to me, I'd fire them all and be done with it. Anyway, let me know what you think about this whole migrant crisis, and what would you do if you had the power to change it? What would you do? Would you fire all of Congress like I would love to do because they're for sitting on their ass and for their failure not to do anything? That's what I would do. Anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. Excuse me, my main channel, Trepacer, in the description as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. Check that out as well. Follow the link. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.